you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated.
And right away, he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice you're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And the Falcons grab it. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
I think we're sensing a trend here. 2 first-half touchdowns. After going for 2 after the first score, CD, I thought maybe they would kick the PAT here. No, they get 2 more.
No, they decided to really press the advantage because, remember, getting the 2 after the first score, you've already got the other team back on their heels if they're going to mount a comeback. But to go up 2 scores and 2 two-point conversions, you've really got them.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 21. He'll look to throw right away. And a slant hauled in by Ruggs. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
At the 34-yard line.
From the gun, it's Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down. Shotgun now for Carr. And his throw is incomplete. Hunter Renfrow is the man he was looking for. And it's 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And the Falcons say they have it. They do. Atlanta takes the field. Their offensive leader, of course, Matt Ryan, the former Boston College Eagle.
And you know how they say it's not about the money? Sometimes it is about the money. Matt Ryan is going to average $30 million in salary per year now as one of the best paid quarterbacks in the NFL.
Get off me.
And he more than deserves it.
Oh.
The NFL's MVP in 2016.
Yeah, boy, and it's tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. Oh, he sheds himself free.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a
do RPO, run pass off.
for this offense going forward.
And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him, that full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball in the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out.
And he's got his
Dubs.
star receiver. It's Jones
Dubs only.
for the Falcon touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Falcons push further out in front. Dan Quinn's told his offense, let's try and get 2 more. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And no return forthcoming for Richard as this will come out to the 25. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possession.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
Give me that.
And the Falcons grab it. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Complete. A fumble on the play.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on the last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They run. It's Gurley. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20.
Bring in the second string.
Hey.
Gurley.
Booty.
And the Falcons add on. Well, partner, time to start thinking about dinner plans after this one. I don't want to write him off first quarter, but my goodness, the offense clicking like this and a 4-score lead.
We are programmed to not get to that stage, right? To not think that way, but you can't help it. They look like sheer perfection right now with those 4 scores this early. Let's see if they can keep it up, and let's see if there's any way possible they can be slowed down.
Yeah, right now, I don't see any signs of them being slowed down. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
And he's got it. They add on more. A little
Mars.
conversion makes this lead even bigger. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on. Are you going to put a smaller corner on? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Should have tracked him, bro.
On the return. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. A throw over the middle, taken in. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open.
Yeah.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
A loss of 2 brings up 3rd and 10.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. He'll find his running back.
Bitch.
It's Jalen Richard.
Fuck nigga.
Richard lost it, and the Falcons grab it. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. All fumbles are costly, but that one really hurts because he had the first down.
Yeah, that's all he needed, right? But the problem is we coach these guys to try and get more, but that doesn't count if you don't bring the ball with you, does it?
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
3rd and 3.
Yeah, hey.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach.
And he'll take it.
Let's go.
Touchdown, Atlanta. Todd Gurley with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Falcons continue to pour it on. Dan Quinn's told his offense, let's try and get 2 more. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big, this early. But that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here.
Are you serious, Neil?
He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
The line of scrimmage.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
40. Raiders nothing.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Aguilar has him. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Las Vegas. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Jacobs
on 1st and 10. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
On the draw, Richard. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a 1st down at the Falcons 39. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The tackle made
a gain of 3, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now a carry for Jacobs. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Throwing now is Carr. Got his connection.
Oh.
Runs. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jacobs. And the running lane's non-existent in this 1st half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 22.
On 2nd down now. Richard. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this 1st half.
No, not at all, and I understand why they look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Makes the score Falcons 40.
Now that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. And the tight end Luke Stocker was the target. 2nd and 10 now. Ryan. Man open. That's Calvin Ridley. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And we hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando on this first half of action.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. It's caught. Jones. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. On 1st down, Ryan. Caught on the right side by Jones. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half as his guys continue to pour it on. Dan Quinn's told his offense, let's try and get 2 more. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Now following the touchdown, off Richter to kick off. Taken in the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Derek